going on, guys? It is Tuesday, which can mean only one thing, and it is TransWorld Tuesday. What's going on? Tom Coster, you are our first. Good to see you. Brett Molitar is here. What's going on? Sean Fenner is here. And that's right, Sean. Always with our countdown. 9 days. 9 days we've got until the East Coast Haunters Convention and the East Coast Christmas Show. Nadine, yes, good evening. We're glad you're here. It is a stormy night in Wisconsin. Robert, who makes all of that magic happen, he is our Wizard of Oz. He is going to do everything in his power to not fly away to Munchkin Land today and make sure that we have an awesome show. But just in case we have any technical issues, bear with us. We're gonna be with you here as long as Mother Nature allows us to do that. Anthony, good to see you. Grant Davidson, good to see you. AJ and Patrick, guys, what's going on? Good to see you. Thanks for being a part of the show. As you saw, we are very grateful for Ticket Spice, who is our premier show sponsor. We can't do it without them, and we're so grateful for them. Check them out, ticketspice.com, for any of your ticketing and event needs, for branding, and just hanging out with some really awesome people. Go check them out. Great company. And if you want to make an appointment to start talking to them about your event, how they can save you money and make your back end a little bit easier, reach out to them, ticketspice.com, make an appointment, and get ready to see them at East Coast. All right, guys, we are streaming to 5 different feeds, as we always do: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, wherever you want to watch us, we will be there, and we'll always have some good breaking news and information so that you can have the best show possible. We just had an awesome show this past Sunday, going through a deep dive of all things East Coast Christmas show. Really good stuff there. If you missed the show, go check it out. It's a fun watch with some really great people, and it really gets you in the spirit. Cannot wait for the show. We do have a couple more shows that are a little bit off. We've got a cool graphic here. We've got shows on Monday and Tuesday next week to get you prepared. So we're very excited for that. Okay, guys, we've got some birthdays to get to. Today, we celebrate Sue Jones-Gray. Tomorrow, we have Kathy Mull. On the 16th, we have Nathan Dalen, Amber Rose, Karen Vitariti, and Tattoo. Happy birthday, guys. Mandy Gibson and Mason Loster on the 17th. Ashley Wetzel and Tony Bronner all on the 18th. Damn it, Troy. Troy's birthday is on the 19th, along with Camille Sebder and David Crowder. And wrapping us up on the 20th, fresh out of the Legendary Haunt Tour, Eli Nickerbork and Jamie Warren. Happy birthday to all of our friends. All right, guys, you know where we're at. You know what we're talking about. We, of course, are in single digits now that we are 9 days away. If you are looking to get space on the bus, it is very limited. If you are looking to get a part of any of our haunt tours, and we did shows and interviews with each one of them Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, go check those out. EastCoastHauntersConvention.com or EastCoastChristmasShow.com for the Christmas part of those tours and the parties. We want you to be a part of all of that, but you have to book your tickets before the 17th if you want to save a couple of dollars, because our early bird discount, it expires on the 17th. So go check that out. All of our educational seminars are there, including Sean Fenner. Sean Fenner, who's our super fan and in the chat, he's going to be teaching a class too. And I just got some breaking news. We're going to have him on next week to talk about his class. So we're very excited about that as well. We did break some huge news on Sunday. Thanks to Rich Bianco and the Illumabot team, Ross Arroyo and the Illumabot team, we have our brand new interactive trade show floor map. You got used to it. You loved it. It was the best tool possible for TransWorld, and now you're going to have it for our East Coast shows. Check it out. It is on both websites, just clickable right off that top menu page, and you'll be able to get there. All right. We've got tons to go through today. We want to talk about something brand new called the Learning Lab. It's a brand new value-added feature for 2026. Now, we talked a little bit about the Holiday Hub on the Christmas show on Sunday, and you got to miss it. If you're in the Christmas world, if you're building props, you got to be a part of that. And it's free for all ticketed attendees. Well, the Haunt side has something very similar, and it's going to be called the Learning Lab. This is an opportunity to get some free education from very notable names in the industry. Like, for example, we've got a class at 10:30 on Saturday with Donna from Pro Air Show Off's Body Art, and we're going to be talking about airbrush in action, which is amazing. At noon, we're going to be doing a DMX petting zoo. We're going to be talking through all of those moving heads, how to program them, how to incorporate them in your show. And that's with Garrett Coons. At 2 o'clock, the legend herself, Bobby Wiener, teaching a first class, a free class about bruise control and the art of impact. And then from 4 to 5, our guest today, we're going to be talking a little bit more about it later in the show, but we're talking with Tom from HalloweenCostumes.com. We're going to be doing an entire Q&A with one of the biggest products in the entire world. Cannot wait to dive into that. So we're going to be doing that on Saturday. Sunday, we're going through brushwork basics with European body art. Love EBA. Awesome to see that. And then Nicole Ginsburg, our very own Nicole Ginsburg, is going to take us home at noon talking about Scrap to Scare 3-minute escape games. Again, all of these free with your ticket. So check them out. Robert's got it on their Hands-On Learning Lab is what it's called. You can find all of that information on EastCoastHauntersConvention.com. All right, guys, without further ado, we've got 3 amazing guests tonight, and we're packed, and we are racing against Mother Nature because we want to make sure we give you a full show. So how do you say we dive right in? Making his TransWorld Live debut, we are beyond excited. He is a mega icon in our industry, and we're so honored to have him here on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Tom Fallenstein from HalloweenCostumes.com.
Hello.
What's going on, sir? How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you for being a part of the show. Thank you for being a part of East Coast Haunters.
No, it's my first time, so I'm actually not quite sure what to expect at East Coast. I've been to TransWorld, like St. Louis show.
Oh, yeah.
Many a time, but never to the East Coast one.
Well, let's start there. How was your TransWorld this year?
Really good. We had doubled our booth. A lot of good connections. It's just I get to know more and more people in the industry every year, and I've been going to it. Not to date myself, but since I was 17, my mom actually had to get me a fake ID back then to get into the TransWorld because there was an 18-year-old limit. So,
Jen, turn it off right now. This is the good stuff. This is what we came for.
Yeah. So I've been around. I've seen it, for many, many years, and I don't know, seeing the artists and the people that are there, like it's my type of people. I love artists. I love entrepreneurship, and it's that kind of show.
We love that. We love that. And you guys obviously been doing this thing for a very long time. Started in 1992, and you guys are crazy. I mean, over 10,000 costumes. Is that even? How do you have a warehouse for this?
We have a lot of space. Yes, we have a giant facility in Minnesota. It's 200,000 square feet, and another 300,000 in Kentucky. So we have lots of space for Halloween costumes and animatronics.
I love this. Love this. Now, all right, I know what you guys are about, and obviously so many of those in the chat do too. You guys are specialists. You guys know adult costumes, kids, couples, groups, accessories, decorations, more, animatronics. What are you guys about? Tell the people that may not know about Halloween costumes and how ridiculously huge your catalog is.
Sure. Yeah, I think retail stores just have limited space, and we don't. So then you think of any sort of category, we get to go a lot deeper. So, if it's Toy Story, we don't just have Buzz and Woody. We have a 2-person Slinky Dog and Rex and Lotso, and just, you can literally have a group of 27 people and they all can be a different character.
It is one of the biggest things of your catalog that I love are all your IP content, your exclusives. You have over 3,500 licensed pieces. So, folks, you don't have to buy a knockoff. If you want to be exactly from, whatever character you're looking for, HalloweenCostumes.com is the place to find it.
Yeah, and we're getting more into animatronics. That's definitely kind of our growing avenue, and taking those, license relationships that we have and trying to expand those. Yeah, and costumes, we've got all the price points too. So again,
Sure.
retail space, we aren't limited, so we can have the entry level price point, and then if you literally want to be Jack Sparrow, we have that too.
Very cool. Very cool. We do have a question. A 2-person slinky dog. Could that be a thing?
It is a thing.
That is a thing.
Yeah, we actually won a licensing award for that one. So it's literally 2 people in a slinky dog, which took some like construction, to make sure like we have it in toddler sizes. So one thing you need to make sure is like if the one toddler runs in front of the other one, that it doesn't slam on the ground and hurt himself. And so it has to like separate. There you go. There's the kid one.
That is awesome.
So we have that in adult and kids, and it's that kind of stuff. That's like super fun. That's the tough stuff I love to do is, go to licensors and talk about all this cool product we could be making that's not on the market. Let's be creative. Sure. And then we get to come up with really weird stuff like that.
It's very cool, and it's an imaginative thing, but it's also very encompassing as well. One of the cool things that I love about you guys is obviously your diverse catalog, but you also have sizes that are going to fit everybody. So no matter what your body shape is or how tall or whatever you are, there's a costume for you. You don't have to feel like, oh, they don't have my size.
Yeah, that's another specialty thing that we're just very good at. We have plus sizes up to 8XL. So
that's fantastic. Oh, love that.
Yeah, I can see on the side there just all the sizes that come available. And another, again, license thing where a lot of stores just can't carry even a 3XL just because there's maybe not enough pieces to carry.
Sure.
Where we have hundreds and hundreds of characters in a 3XL.
And Minor has put in the chat. He's our Christmas favorite, Minor, who's also in Halloween as well. We love him so much. But he wants to know if you have an extra medium. Minor, I'm sure they have all sizes from extra small all the way up to 8XLs.
Extra smalls. We have toddlers, infant, baby stuff. We have every size you can think of.
It's so awesome. Oh my gosh, this is great. I love, obviously, you have this much catalog. Obviously, you have to have a huge team. Talk about your team. I had read that you have, seasonally, like a couple hundred employees at your warehouses.
Yeah, that's year round. So we have 200 team members year round. We hire 3,000 for our Halloween season.
Oh my gosh.
So it's a giant ramp up from 200 full-time employees to 3,000 seasonal workers, and they're all coming in to either pick and pack orders or help with customer service. Our orders ramp up like that as well. I mean, we go from a couple $1 million a month in the off season to we're doing $6 million days come October. So 100,000 orders get shipped out, and we'll do over $250 million in a year.
Sir, congratulate. That is fantastic. Any pro tips that you would give? Obviously, you're talking to a bunch of Halloween and Christmas fanatics that are here today, and I'm sure one of those tips might be something along the lines of, don't wait until October to buy your costume. You can. It'll probably be there, but it's a lot easier when it's not in October.
Yeah, I mean, I think the people watching this are the people who have like 17 Halloween costumes.
Right.
Right. So I think we're covered in this grouping. What I probably love from this group is, I love entrepreneurship. I actually have kind of a separate personal channel called fun.com Tom, where I just help with like entrepreneur advice, and it is Halloween as well, but I'm a partner at a private equity group. I've obviously built a business from scratch to a large. So I love just helping entrepreneurs, and I love working through that early stage of, how do you do it all yourself to hire your first employee to beyond that.
I'm so glad that you actually brought that up, because I didn't, that was one thing. Obviously, we talk about here on the channel, we talk about at TransWorld, we talk about at East Coast, etc. Running a haunted house certainly is a lot of fun, but it's a business, and to be able to conquer that business side of things helps you get through that first, second, and third years before you start seeing a return on your investment. And like any business, whether it's a restaurant or whether it's a painting business or whether it's a haunted house, is there any advice that you would give to new entrepreneurs that maybe are starting a business? Maybe it is a haunt business, maybe it's Christmas decorating or installing. Is there anything that you might advise them to do in their first year?
Yeah. I mean, I think there's 1,000 things I could probably give on that advice tip, but
Sure.
my go-to is probably start small and prove it out. So
Nice.
for me, the first website I built and first selling costumes, I had flappercostumes.com, and I had one costume and 3 colors. They all fit in my college closet. And the idea is like, it only was $5,000 worth of product. And if I knew the website didn't work, I could sell it on eBay and get my money back. So there wasn't any financial risk to prove, like, could I sell something online? Could I, get traffic and prove that I could learn how to sell something online? So, I think people get overboard if they're going to go rent a giant space or start a store. Like, how do you go prove that you can get some sales maybe before you take those big risks?
Oh, veteran, good stuff, sir. And again, I know that there's 999 other tips, if not more than that. And I know, we can't go through them all here, but certainly it's awesome to see your success for all of these years, and congratulations, because we do get a chance to talk to people from all different steps in their journey, that are just starting off, maybe midway through, or they, like yourself, been around for a very long time and doing very well.
And I guess that's part of, so we're going to have this Q&A session at East Coast Haunt Show from 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock on Saturday. And it's this type of stuff. I'm happy to help, if people just want to know more about my business, happy to answer questions. But if they want help with their business, come ask questions. I'm happy to help answer anything I can.
So excited that you brought that up, because I know an hour might not even be enough. And I was talking with Jen before the show, and she said that she had booked some space at the Hilton for anybody that wanted to continue to talk. And thank you for your generosity too, to allow that to continue to go, because people do love being able to pick the brains of experts. And thank you for making yourself available. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I love that. So I'm happy to help anyone that needs advice. I had parents who were entrepreneurs, uncles and family, and I know a lot of people don't have that around them. So that was a big advantage to me, and I'm happy to help anybody with that.
Well, Jennifer Kokorin, who was just on our show on Sunday here, she is a huge insider in Halloween and holiday decorating, that is, and she just posted in the chat, I've learned a lot from Tom's channel. So
nice. Well, thanks for following.
Great to see here. Another one, Roosevelt Hills just said, we love Tom in the haunt world. That's awesome. We love hearing this stuff. So this is fantastic, sir. Can I, real quick, one of the cool things that I love about your company is that you post your culture and your core values right on the front page. Now, you're going to see where I'm going with this, everybody, because I think you're very transparent about this, and I think it probably is a huge impact that maybe haunts should look at. You have 4 things that are key. You say, focus on the positive, be humble, embrace nerdy, goofy fun, and never be complacent. And boy, those are 4 things that all of us should be doing, right? I mean, how cool of you to put that, right up forward.
I think so. I mean, I sometimes get surprised by employees who work for me who worked at different companies or had different managers, and they're just, surprised at how things are run here. And I guess to me, it's just like, that's just how things should be done. I don't understand why we have meetings, not with the person in the room, or, not just address things, or also, like, I assume everyone's intentions are, we're just trying to make this company better, right? Like,
right.
We're all in this together. So yeah, I think the values help, and just hiring people that have those same values, and it's worked out for me so far. So
Tom, that's awesome. I know Robert's putting the link into the chat right now. We're getting a chance. Everybody wants to follow fun.com Tom. if you want to
Nice.
see them on
Yep.
YouTube. Because again, I watched a few of them too. One of the cool things you posted on Instagram, and I'm excited to hear maybe some of the results. You don't have to give us everything, but you did post what you had asked for suggestions on what you should be bringing to your booth at East Coast Honors Convention, which is booth number 505. What kind of suggestions did you get? And if you could give any hints on what you guys will be bringing.
And when I got suggestions of everything, right? Bring everything.
Bring it all.
I'm going to need half of the convention center to show everything there. But yeah, I think we've got, a lot of animatronics that, because we don't have stores, people can't see those and want to see the product in person.
Sure.
So we'll bring a bunch of those. We've got some swag to some people that want HalloweenCostumes.com product.
Love that.
Yeah, and maybe a couple surprises that people haven't seen yet.
We love surprises. Rory, who's a good friend of ours all the way from Canada and obviously a huge fan of yours as well, said HalloweenCostumes.com is setting the new standard in Halloween retail for staying connected to their customer base. It is admirable. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, I think we're trying to. I mean, I'm surprised more companies aren't. I know we just launched our Halloween animatronic design program, and we're asking people to like submit ideas, and I've gotten over 900 submissions for that just in the first couple weeks. So it's one of those things I'm just like blown away with of how many people are interested and how many people had designs ready to go. And so it's going to be a lot of reviewing for me of going through this entire list. But, it's been great just seeing the community supporting it. And, there's still things we can get better at for sure as we're launching this sort of stuff. But love seeing just the enthusiasm and people sharing and showing their ideas. And there's a lot of cool product I'm going to get to make in the future here.
That's awesome. That's awesome. All right. I don't know if you can answer this, and if it's okay if you don't want to. We did have a question. What is the top selling costume of all time? Just curious.
Spider-Man.
Hey, okay. That was an easy one. Okay.
Yeah, that's the number one question I usually get. And then the second one's, what do you do the rest of the year? And then I'm like, planning for selling more Spider-Mans.
That's exactly it. Okay. Very, very cool.
Yeah. We sell 30,000 Spider-Mans every year.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
He never dies. Yeah.
Are there any trends? Obviously, Marvel superheroes are a huge thing. Robert's got them up on the screen right now. Are there any trends you're seeing in the last 5 years that maybe you might be able to give any insight on?
I would say, we've seen maybe the transition from, there was a few years of like super sexy costumes.
Sure.
And now it's definitely gotten a little more tamed down or more family friendly.
Sure.
You'd be surprised, I think, at some of the top sellers are the very classic stuff like Fred Flintstone still at top, Ghostbusters,
Yeah.
it never really dies. The horror, Scream, which has been around forever, it's still top sellers. On the decor side, I think there's a lot of opportunity there of, stuff getting maybe a little more gory on the retail side. I know on the haunt side, they go plenty gory. I think some people want that more maybe in retail, and we haven't seen much of that yet because I think stores can't have that stuff, but something that we're looking at, trying to launch more of that stuff.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, it's such a pleasure to be able to chat with you. I'm so excited. For anybody that hasn't checked it out, HalloweenCostumes.com. Make sure you give yourselves like an 8-hour window because there's a ton to peruse. You're not going to be able to look at this.
Yeah, that's our most expensive costume there. So we had that at TransWorld, and I know some of the people in the chat were, inside of it, bringing it around the showroom. So that one got a lot of video attention.
Oh, I definitely saw that guy. Very, very awesome. Well, what does that weigh? I'm just curious, like what kind of weight?
Yeah, it's not as bad as you think. Like it comes with a backpack on the inside that's maybe like holding 45, 50 pounds in your backpack.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Very, very awesome. What is your personal favorite? I know that's like your favorite kid question, but is there one like this dinosaur that kind of made me think of that? Like, is there one that you're just like, I love that costume? That's so awesome.
I usually go for kind of like full, like if I can get into the character. For some
Okay.
reason, it seems to be a lot of Johnny Depp stuff. So Jack
Okay.
Sparrow and Edward Scissorhands. And if I need to do something simple, it's Where's Waldo is my go-to.
A classic. You see them even at sporting events. I mean, people pull that
Yeah.
off year round.
I mean, I wear it to like a parade and it'll get the most people just be like, oh, Waldo, I found you, man. There you are. Just everyone, it's a simple costume that always gets interaction.
Exactly. It gets people talking. Exactly. Ah, Tom, this is awesome. I know we're going to see each other in just 9 days. I can't believe that. But is there anything you want to say before we get ready to start packing?
Yeah, I think it's spread the word for the Q&A session. I'd love to have a bunch of people there and answering any questions that you have. So bring your questions. Obviously, I'll be at the booth during the week too, but questions for the Q&A session. And then, if it goes long, we can bring people over to the Hilton and I'll answer one-on-one as well.
It's such a cool feature. Thank you again, guys. Reminder: free with your badge at the Learning Lab from 4 to 5. You can hang out with Tom, pick his brain, talk to him about costumes, talk to him about business, anything under the sun. Because thank you for offering that. That's such an awesome opportunity. And again, HalloweenCostumes.com, booth number 505. Tom, it's such a pleasure, and we'll see you very soon.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, my friend. Oh, that was awesome. That was awesome. But wait, Sean, there's more. We're not even close to done. We're getting ready to pack up the truck. And this amazing human has been baking for a long time. I think since like 2 a.m. just today, to make sure that she has enough demand to hang out with all of us crazy folks. TransWorld Live, help me in welcoming back to the show from Chocolate Treasures, Miss Naomi Heckman. Howdy, ma'am.
Hi.
How we doing?
I'm still sitting.
This so these 2 a.m. days, are you doing that every day, getting ready for this crazy show?
Not every day. I'm usually in bed. I'm getting older. So usually talk to my husband. He'll tell you I'm an old lady and I'm in bed by 7, but I can get up early. That's the thing. Get up early and work all day.
I'm with you completely. What's so awesome? Obviously, everybody knows you guys and loves you guys. You guys are Chocolate Treasures. Certainly one of the most delectable things on any of our show floors, including TransWorld, East Coast Haunters, Midwest Haunters. Had even been known to be on the bus tours in spirit with the chocolate items. You guys do everything under the sun, from gourmet chocolate to Halloween specialties. My favorite, obviously, the teeth, but you guys do everything: skulls and limbs and arms, feet, toes, teeth, fingernails, bones, everything that you could possibly imagine. But for those that haven't seen you, and I know Robert's got a beautiful picture right now, talk about your chocolate emporium. That is Chocolate Treasures.
I don't like talking about myself, but no, it's fun. The arm is new. The toe we're working on. I went to Alan and Sharon, and I took a mini little silicone class this past summer. So that's in the works too. But no, it's so fun. I try to think outside the box and to bring unique things and different things. And I think the most fun is when people say that's chocolate, or sometimes they even walk by and say, oh, I thought those were candles. No, we're not candles. You can eat it. You can eat everything.
I really, other than the support structures for your booth, everything that you see on those tables are edible.
Yes.
And it's wild. Those are chocolate slugs, right?
The grubs. Yep.
Grubs.
That was one of the original first ones I made, and we've made them a little bit bigger now and with a filling. So you get a nice surprise bite.
Oh, gosh. And folks, I just want to focus real quick. These are all homemade, handmade in Ohio. So awesome. So cool. This is so cool. Okay, I have to ask. I just asked Tom. I feel guilty for asking it. And I want to get to the arm here, but what is your favorite of everything that you make? What is your favorite candy?
Oh, that to eat or to make?
let's go both categories. That's a fair delineation. Yeah.
If I really want to go to snack, it's usually my caramel pretzels.
Oh,
because they're sweet and salty, but that's usually just a quick snack. My favorite thing to make, that's a hard one because I try to come up with new things. I kind of like making it all, and each holiday is different too. So, but we make the Halloween all year now. It's even in the store, even Easter, people were buying Halloween candy for their Easter baskets. It was so fun. So
do you get looks, because you guys are brick and mortar as well as online? Do you get looks from the muggles that would come in and be like, is that an arm?
Looks, yeah, because there's one section that's always there for Halloween, and my little Bones that is there, that we call him our skeleton. He's all there. He's just hangs out with us, and people will ask, or they'll look at me and they're like, "Oh, that's really creative. That's neat." But it's surprisingly, I've even had like a little old lady in her 80s come, and she bought a femur bone to give to her surgeon. So it's just fun. It's just fun.
It is. And it tastes great, but it looks great. And that's the fun part. Yeah. Derek Seltzer just asked a question that I was thinking the same thing. What body part sells the most? What's your highest selling body part?
Well, the arm is brand new. I mean, literally 2 weeks ago, the arm was new. I made a mold of my husband's arm. God love him. He puts up with me a lot, but the femur bones are probably still the top one for that, but the fingers are probably above that. The fingers and the femur bone are pretty high.
I am a huge fan. A lot of people are, but you're getting a chance to see all this. I remember my first time interacting with you. I had bought a femur bone, and it was so much fun to bring it through TSA on the way home from that show, because they had to take like 3 looks at it. They're like, what's going on?
What is that?
But truly, I think the big hit of like maybe 2 or 3 shows ago, when people were using the vial of teeth. So you had like a vial of teeth, and they were just popping them like Tic Tacs.
Yeah.
I mean, it was so cool. So cool.
But kids love them. I have one little girl come into the store all the time, and she's like, "Do you have any teeth?" I was like, "I'll go make one for you really quick. Just hold on." But it's fun. It's fun.
Well, pro tip to all those, and I think a lot of the folks that are watching right now certainly know it is first come, first serve. So obviously Naomi and Chocolate Treasures will be there at East Coast Haunters Convention, booth number 109. But she only has so much stock. There's only a finite supply. And so if you want to make sure you get whatever you want, get there early. But what kind of items are we bringing this year? Anything fun and new? Or
well, yep, we have the tongue is new. I will be bringing that. We'll have the grubs. I will have a few arms. Just remember, I was at TransWorld just a couple weeks ago. We sold out, so I'm trying.
I thank you for saying, because like it was great. We stopped by on Thursday. We waved. We were so crazy. I think the next time I saw you was Sunday, and like there was just tumbleweeds blowing through your booth. Like
there was a few scant things, yes.
It was awesome to see.
And I'm very appreciative. Very thankful. Love it. As long as everybody enjoys and has fun, that's what counts.
Certainly, if you want to start your window shopping now, chocolatretreasuresoh.com. And while we want you to buy at the show, if there's stuff that people want to make with you, maybe they want to make a custom mold. Maybe they want to make something, like a chocolate frog for a haunt tour. Maybe they want to do something for their own production. Can they reach out to you and talk to you about maybe some custom chocolate?
Yep. Just keep in mind, it just depends on what you want and size and how long it will take. Of course, I have to use the food grade silicone to make the mold and all that stuff. So, but yes.
Fun comment here from Morgan Rodriguez, who says, no matter where she is, I'm always right there. So delicious. So delicious.
Thank you.
Tons of love. Obviously, Patrick says he loves Naomi. Amazing chocolates. We love chocolate. I think everybody has a great sweet tooth, and how awesome is it when it matches our aesthetics here?
Yes.
So
Very fun.
What's next? I mean, do you have any hints? I mean, we normally prime you on the show to maybe give some breaking news of maybe something that's in a little bit of R&D right now. But
the one thing that's in the R&D right now, like we just finished up the grubs and we just finished up the arm was the big thing. That was the big thing new for this year. But a lot of people have talked to me about toes and, the big toe, we might call it dead man's toe, so I got to work on that. That's probably one of the things I'm working on, but you just never know. My brain is always going. It doesn't stop.
We've got some fun comments. Our good friend Tater, obviously talking about those chocolate frogs. He just wants to will that into existence, as do I. From obviously, you did these amazing frogs to honor our premiere show sponsor, Froggy's Fog. So that's awesome. Always welcome if you ever bring those back. But Jennifer asks, what can I coat it in if I'm not going to eat it and they just want to preserve your artwork?
Yes, we tell people now, we learned a few years ago, you can get Mod Podge. They have it in the spray or the paint. Just do a few coats, let it dry, coat again, every nook and cranny, under, over, under, in, and it will preserve it and it will just seal it. Of course, keep it away from the sun, keep it away from heat still, because then you'll just have a melted glob of chocolate on the inside. So, awesome. But that will help.
Love that. Love that. This is so exciting. So exciting. What is the weirdest thing? I mean, this is going to be a weird question, right? Because like you make a lot of fun things, but is there a weird request? Is there something that you're like, how do I do this? My oven's not big enough, or any sort of strange requests?
Oh gosh, there's, I think everything in the Halloween stuff is kind of strange and people just like that. I think it's just more or less people will say, oh, you should do this, or maybe you should do this, which sometimes I do try, but then it's a trial and error because chocolate does break.
Sure.
But I don't know what the strangest thing. If you ask my family, they will probably say all the body parts. And like when we were making the arms in the back of my kitchen, if the police walked in, it probably looked like a murder scene because all these arms are standing on the table as I'm bloodying them up. And sometimes I get the edible paint on me, blood, and I'm like, oh, nope, it's not real.
Love this. All right. We are a huge family. We are a haunt family, many haunts, one family, as we talk about here. Just for a second, can we pay homage to Mom? I know your mom who helps you through all of this.
She's shaking her head no.
Hi, Mom. TransWorld Live. Just want to honor Naomi's mom, who is 100 years old and still helping her do all of this crazy stuff. So thanks, Mom.
She's my inspiration.
Oh,
and she's the one I did the hand with for Midwest and the witch's hand. So that's her.
So cool.
Oh, I'm getting the eye roll.
Well, we love you, Mom. Thanks for making an awesome daughter. She's awesome. Melissa Dudley has a good question. What does the edible blood taste like?
I would say it. Just don't say it really has a taste, because with the chocolate, it's just kind of.
As an avid consumer of your chocolate, I would say
it might just have like a little tingle.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it tastes metallic. It just.
Yeah.
I think the chocolate just kind of overpowers that, it just.
I think
because.
So.
It's just, hi, Mom. Hi.
I didn't want to interrupt you, but Mom's getting a ton of love here in the chat. So, this is awesome, Naomi. I can't wait to see you guys. Thanks for being on the show. Thanks for coming to East Coast.
We can't wait.
Oh,
Yeah.
so excited. Anything you want to share before we depart for the evening?
Nope, we just can't wait to get the East Coast. I just got to get it all made and packed and ready, and we will see everybody there.
Can't wait. ChocolateTreasuresOH.com, booth number 109. Go pick it up before somebody else does. All right.
Thank you.
Bye, guys. Oh, always love Naomi. Most delectable part of our show. We're so excited for them. We did have a question earlier. Is T3 going to be here? I didn't want to ignore that, Charlie Kirk. Will 333 be at East Coast? They will be. In fact, they're actually going to be helping us on the main stage and opening up our pit entertainment. Go check that out on the daily events. We're going to try to get them on the show before we go live in Philly in just 9 days, which is crazy. But yes, T3 will be there. They'll also have an amazing booth with costumes and all kinds of fun stuff. So we're so excited that they're here. All right, Sean, Hunter. We got one more. We still have another amazing guest to round out our TransWorld Tuesday. TransWorld Live, help us in welcoming for his TransWorld Live debut as well from Don Walker Productions, Mr. Don Walker.
Hi.
What's up, buddy?
I have been very busy preparing for this show, but I'm really excited.
We're excited that you're going to be there. How was your TransWorld? How's everything?
Oh, man, TransWorld was great. I got to talk to a whole bunch of new people, and I got to meet a lot of the people in my generation, the Gen Z vendors. Can I shout out a couple companies?
Absolutely, yes. We love them.
Jacked Up Productions, Traumatic Studios, and Scream Fitters. I love you guys.
All three great choices. I had a chance to personally check in with Jack Moore. Unbelievable stuff that they're doing, and I think he's like, what, 15 or 16? Like, it's
Pretty
crazy.
young.
But it's crazy to see the ambition and our youth just being fantastic. So, good call out. Good call out. But what about you, sir? So you had a great TransWorld. You catch up with all these guys. For those that don't know about Don Walker Productions, tell us about everything that you guys do.
So, I have always had a love for Halloween, and I always wanted to make it, something I wake up and do every day. And I grew up in the retail sphere, but I kind of got out of that. But from that, I've always wanted to design props. And now that I'm entering the more like haunt pro sphere, I am really I'm starting to make static life sizes, and that's what I'm bringing to East Coast this year. Posable, they ship in a box. And the best part is when you pick up these static characters, they don't fall apart at like the base or something like that. Because if you know a lot of static companies from other places, you pick it up and the base falls right off. And I have found a solution to that.
Okay, this is awesome because, people are going crazy in the chat for you. You're getting a lot of love. But talk more about that. Like, that is awesome to hear because who wants their props to fall apart? They need to be durable. They need to stand up to the show. This is great.
Yes, yeah, and because a lot of it is like because I collect from specifically Distortions Unlimited. I love everyone's statics. Everyone is super talented, but that is a solution to a problem that I see a lot. And in general, I started out as a consumer. Actually, a lot of the Gen Z vendors started out as consumers. So we all kind of know what to look for and what to change and things that we like and what we don't like from people that we grew up collecting from. And me especially, this year, I am doing something really cool. My entire booth is one theme. So all the props are based on one theme and all of them have stories. So there is just one big story that goes along with the booth.
Huge credit to Aiden Finnegan, who just talked about that as well. Yeah. Tell us more. I'm hook, line, and sinker. Let's go.
So, in short, it is a post-nuclear zombie apocalypse. So if you thought Fallout was bad, if you thought like nuclear fallout was bad, then there's zombies too. Okay. So it's pretty intense. And I really wanted to do something where the universe it's very like immersive. Because to me, I'm sort of presenting things in my head in a physical form and allowing people to enjoy them. This universe is, like I said, post-nuclear zombie apocalypse. It's very intense. There's lots of gore and burning bodies and things of that nature. Every year, I think I would like to do a different theme. So that's sort of the idea.
I dig it. I dig it. Sean has the best question, and I want to guide through all of these, but let's just rip the Band-Aid off. I'm assuming you're going to have cash and carry. Can people pretty much devour your whole booth?
Yes. So I have floor models available. And then once those floor models are gone, once they're sold, I'll put a sold sticker on them, but you can still make orders.
Okay.
I don't have many more details about that. I'm still working that out, but you will be able to make orders at the show. And you will be able to see all the display pieces. It's not like someone's going to be able to just take it with them. They'll have to take it at the end of the show.
Tell us about this guy. This guy looks amazing. I've never seen anything like this. This is great.
So that is, I'm still pronouncing the name wrong. That is Dr. Unsterblick. And Unsterblick, again, that's what I'm pronouncing wrong. It is German for immortal. And this guy is the reason that everything in this universe starts. He basically creates a biological virus that's supposed to make you immortal, but he can't quite get it right. So in short, he tests it on a mass amount of people. And we are going to be releasing some lore teasers and things to kind of help with this story in this universe. But basically, the United States, and actually very specifically the East Coast, is inflicted with the zombie virus. And to contain it, we nuke those large areas of zombie virus. And so, like I said, post-nuclear zombie apocalypse.
This is brilliant. This is brilliant. I'm sure. Yeah. What are we seeing here? Holy cow.
If you look real close, I threw some pictures together of some things that I'm bringing with me. Okay. But I'm leaving them kind of hidden because I do want the full props to be a reveal. And a really, really cool thing for people to see in person.
I love that you did this. So it's a sneak peek. We are always asking for a sneak peek.
Yes.
And you're giving it to us. We just don't know what we're looking at yet. And I love that. That's awesome. That's a great storyteller that wants us to look deeper and wants to perk our interest. It's a mystery show now. I love that.
And the other really cool thing about these characters, almost every single character, indirectly or directly, has sort of brushed shoulders, have interacted in some way. So because of that, I kind of see these as a set.
Dig this. This is awesome. Okay. Hey, and I heard a rumor. We have knighted him here. So Alan Hops, Sir Alan Hops, as we call him around here. I have heard a rumor that you are actually a graduate of Monster Camp.
Yes, I was in Monster Camp this past summer. I had a great time. It was great working with Alan and the team and all my classmates. I made Hell Chain Harvey, which is a very movie-inspired mask. And it's I learned so much in that class. It was amazing.
I love your work.
Thank you so much.
Wow.
My concept for that mask was basically, at some point in my life, I want to make masks for a metal band, small or big. And the idea was the mouth is stretched open, so it could be for a vocalist.
Cool. Okay.
And that was sort of the concept for that mask, is like a heavy metal guy that was sent to hell, and now he's got these chains on him, and he's basically in pain. But it's really cool. So.
I dig it. I love the inspiration and the stories behind everything that you're doing. I love the really thorough whole scenario and story. Where do you get your inspiration from? I mean, are there certain horror movies or genres that you like, or music, or kind of all of the above? It's
actually music more than movies. Movies definitely play a part. But I listen to a lot of what inspired this is Carnivore, which, if you aren't familiar with them, I'm sure you've heard of a band called Typo Negative.
Absolutely, Peter Steele.
That was the vocalists and bassists band
Sure.
before Typo Negative.
Okay. Okay.
And now their music is pretty explicit, so I'm just going to put
Sure.
that out there. But of course, what I'm doing is fairly explicit as well, so that
Sure.
kind of makes sense. But yes, mainly music.
Okay.
Because I listen to it while I'm sculpting, and I sort of imagine characters like life and who they were, you know, before they died, or who they are in this universe. And so each character to me, I mean, it's kind of like you say, they're like my kids, you know. It's like they all have like lives and reasons for being there, and they all kind of mean something. So
very, very cool. I love it too. Are you an October Rust guy? I mean, how do you?
I am. October Rust is my favorite album from Typo
Okay, cool.
Negative.
We're going to be good friends. This is good. And Sean Fenner, yes, he put in the chat, R.I.P. Peter Seal. Of course.
Yes. Actually, today I believe is the celebration of his 16 years of not being with us anymore.
I think you're right. This is awesome. Okay. I love to know the inspiration, because when we're looking at stuff, you can kind of feel that channeled through. And I know you've done some older stuff. We have a rumor that maybe of one of those things that you're going to bring, that you may want to debut something right here with us on TransWorld Live. Is that right?
Yes. So I have a new item that I'm not going to put any filters over.
Okay.
I have 3 photos of it. It is the Melting Man, and this is sort of the embodiment of the universe. Now his base will get smaller. I actually just painted this today. So he will get a smaller base, so it's not so obvious, but he is blacklight reactive. He's got a tattered suit, and he is sort of the embodiment of this universe. He is a man melting to death. You know, either through like waves of radiation and the heat, and the paint job is sort of like a thermal paint job, you know, reds, purples, yellows, and oranges. So it kind of gives that thermal look. And this character actually, yes, it is a melting man, but when the story comes out, it is something a little more. He is actually one of the few supernatural creatures in my universe. So I'm really excited to show that, and we will be doing a teaser for the Melting Man. We'll be putting a video together soon.
Okay. What kind of dimensions for this guy? How tall is he? Just so we have an idea.
Let me get a tape measure.
If you had it. Oh, okay. Hey, let's do. I know you guys are thinking the same thing. We want to see. No, that's awesome. Just to see how big this guy is.
I believe he is right above 3 feet.
Okay.
Yep, he's just above 3 feet.
So what you're saying is, folks, if you're driving to East Coast Hunters, you could bring this home and you could drive in the carpool lane. So
yes.
Oh, great work, sir. Great work.
Thank you. Yes. And I was really excited to reveal this because aside from I'm bringing some severed heads, because everybody loves severed heads.
Of course.
He will be the cheapest, you know, life size in the booth, even though he's technically a groundbreaker. So,
okay. And I know you're obviously only going to have a few models, one model, whatever you have. But if people want to, once it's sold and people want to put some orders in, are you taking orders on the Melting Man?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah. So if you miss out on him, if you miss out on the floor model, you can make orders at the show.
Now, I know we didn't talk about this ahead of time, so I'm hopefully not overstepping here, but I think a lot of people are loving your artistic vision here. And if they have something they want to talk to you about, maybe a custom project, are you open to anything like that?
So I am. However, I will say that my commission schedule is pretty busy. I'm doing some stuff in the summer months for some other companies, and I'm also doing some smaller commission work. But if you want to reach out to me about commissions, I can give you a time, and we can talk a little more in detail. Email me at donwalkerproductions@gmail.com.
Easy peasy. Love that. He is, of course, donwalkerproductions.com, and he's going to be booth 409. Do you prefer one of your social media channels over the other?
I'm most active on Instagram.
Okay. No, good stuff. We want people. It was fun. I just, in getting ready to talk to you, I was looking at your Dr. Needles and your Eternally Loyal and some of your stuff from January. And I'm just like, Holy cow. If this is the old stuff, I can't wait to see what you're coming up with new.
Yes, and I'm really excited about these life-size designs. As I said, I figured out a method to where you can transport it without having to take it in pieces. It ships in a box, which is great because you don't have to pay for freight shipping. Posable arms. There's some with UV reactivity. I try to make everything with a very similar amount of effort. I try not to make anything too simple, which, makes it a little harder for me, but it also makes it more, genuine for the audience.
Oh, for sure. We have a fun question from one of your great fans here. How long does it typically take you to make a piece?
So I have, for the Melting Man?
Yeah.
In general, it probably takes me for him, probably about 3 to 4 hours total working time. Now, that's not counting waiting for paint to dry, waiting for latex to dry, things like that. Total working time, a life size or a groundbreaker takes me about 3 to 5 hours, depending on complexity.
Wow. Okay. I might be setting myself up for something here, and hopefully you all aren't turning on me here. But we have a question. What is Oopie Goopy's name?
Oh, if you're talking about the guy on the screen, that is the Melting Man.
Just the Melting Man. Okay, I didn't know if that was another product that you had. So yes, we're talking about Melting Man.
This is the Melting Man.
Love that. Okay, good. Are they foam or full latex?
Okay, so it's a latex skin, and then there's like soft foam inside.
Okay. No, good questions. Nice question, Jen. Ascend the Clown Hunter asks, do you know when the new 2026 items will be for sale on your website?
So my website is undergoing some construction. I'm actually I'm making a new website. And before East Coast, everything is going to go on the website. I'm taking limited orders. I should probably mention that. I'm taking limited orders. I don't quite have a number for how many I'm taking at this moment, but once those order slots fill up, I'm not taking orders for a little bit. So keep that in mind as well.
Quality is important. Fair enough.
Yes.
So certainly if you want to make sure you're part of that limited run, you got to get to booth 409 as soon as possible. Sean asks a great question. Are these okay for outdoor use?
So I'm actually working with a few people, including the people that I buy my latex from, Black Lagoon Latex. We are working on, mostly me. I'm working on an educational video about latex. Now, as a straightforward answer, I would say long-term, no. The thing that kills latex the quickest is UV exposure to the sun.
Makes sense.
However, if you want to just put it out for like Halloween night or whatever, or Halloween day, or maybe even like a couple days before, that's totally fine. But if you're storing to preserve your stuff, because it can last you many, many years, to preserve your latex items, I like to say, imagine it's your skin. Keep it out of the sun, keep it in an area that's not too humid, not too dry, and about room temperature. And if you do that, your latex stuff will last a very, very long time.
Good pro tip. I love that.
And all my work is sprayed with a clear UV protectant spray as well after the paint job is done. That seals the paint. And it also protects it from UV rays.
Very cool. Infernales Crux, forgive me, Infernales, had just said, I have a piece of yours out for the last 2 years and they've had no issues at all. It's called the Big Pumpkin Pester. So,
that guy. Yeah.
Love that. Don, this is awesome. You've got some great fans and you have some even more amazing products. I can't wait to see them live. Robert and I are definitely going to have to come over and hang out for a little bit and see everything you got going. But before we see each other in 9 days, is there anything you want to share with the audience?
Well, I can tell you everything that's being teased is not everything, and I am still actively working on products. So I'm really excited to unveil what's coming. There's still more to do. I mean, before this, I was making molds for hands and things. So I'm still very much in the midst of it, but I'm excited. I'm very excited. I hope everyone else is excited to see my booth. And I hope I could get some people kind of to understand what's coming. And yeah.
So awesome, Don. It's such a pleasure, and you're truly. I love what you're doing, and I can't wait to see it in person. I know all of these crazy people can't wait to, so we can't wait to see you. Thanks for being on the show, guys. Thanks for being a part of tonight. For all of you that commented, all of you that watch, all of you that interact, we can't do the show without you. Thank you so much. We will be back here next Monday and Tuesday as we get ready. Right to leave. We leave Wednesday morning. Robert and I are on a plane, and we're gone for TransWorld's East Coast shows, East Coast Haunters Convention, East Coast Christmas show in just 9 days. So join us next Monday, April 20th. We got the shows up on the screen there. And always, thank you to Robert. Thanks for making all this happen.
Yes, thank you, guys. I'm so
thanks, everybody.
excited for East Coast. It's coming.